Good day, folks. Today we're going to talk about the Chetler 100 in this long-term ski review. We're going to talk about what it feels on the slope, what's good, what's bad, what it's like to freeride, and who might enjoy it. A little disclaimer. Stomp It tutorials, like in general, I'm free to ski, review, do whatever I want to. However, I have in the past and probably will in the future do some more tutorials that are sponsored by Atomic. But you'll get my honest opinion right now. So right now I have the Chetler 100 in my hands in 180 centimeters of length. This is the ski I use when I'm feeling sandy. Alright, now I want to be your hands and muscles to tell you what the ski feels like in your hands. First out, the nose. When you're bending it, like you do notice that it feels nice and springy, and I do know that from skiing. With the springiness, sometimes I call it pop, that it like bounces back nicely, while some skis can feel sluggish. This one is definitely poppy. The nose is it's nice, it's bendy, like from where the rocker basically starts. A little earlier it feels kind of bendy. It has a 30% rocker in the front. And the tail though is like surprisingly stiff. You notice it especially when you put the tail down and then bend it. I don't think I can do particularly good or at all tail manuals, but nose manuals and butters, no problem. Thanks to the stiffer tail, I think it gives the ski better what's it called? Ski performance, that is what it's called. So when you ski it, it feels nice and balanced. But tail manuals, not so fun. So let's talk about what this ski feels like on the slope. When you ski the slopes with this ski, you can expect to feel pretty stable, like it doesn't vibrate thanks to or because of the rocker, because it's so springy. It feels stable. The long turning radius, however, or 19.5 meters, for my taste, it can feel a little bit dull. You got to go really fast, something I do like, do these big swooping turns, and it's a good time. But it is also my little complaint. I prefer the 172 centimeter version for carving. So when I did the carving tricks video, I changed to that length because it was just enough shorter, the radius, that I could do those Euro carves, dragging the hand in the snow, and it's a bit more playful like that. But if you go for the 172 centimeter, if you're about my size, you can expect to get a little less float in the backhand or in the off-piste. So that's on the slope. I like it quite a lot. It is nice and stable, especially surprisingly stable for how light this ski is. And the only thing I really wish they would change is to give the 180 slightly tighter turning radius, and it'll be a little bit more fun, because I used to ski like all the time, right in the park, like that kind of deep snow and the off-piste, etc. To get the Chetler 100 as your only freeride ski, I think is not the right thing to do. I think you want to have something slightly bigger, like more direction, 110 millimeter underfoot. But this ski is really nice for like skiing around the mountain. You're out carving with your friends down a slope, you're freeriding a bit, drop some little cliffs, like when it hasn't snowed for a week, so it's kind of cruddy, bumpy. Then this ski is phenomenal. It's really nice. But for boot deep or knee deep, I kind of want something a little fatter. And that is despite having tried a couple of ways of mounting it. More on that in a bit. I've tried recommended, that's minus 7.5 centimeters from true center. Then the float is kind of alright for a kind of skinny ski. But that comes at a cost with a very short tail, and a very long nose, so I don't feel that good at nose buttering. The nose feels too long and too stiff to play around, and the tail, I just can't trust it when I land switch. So for all mountainy people, maybe you want to go +3 from factory recommendation, which would be -4.5. I actually right now ride on +6 from recommended, which is -1.5. And that is for me who ride mostly park. I play around, I enjoy the shorter nose, so they're easier to manual, to nose putter, and longer tail, better to land switch. And this comes at the cost in the free riding, of course, that it's gonna float a little less well, which I'm fine to do because I'm like, say 70%, 80% park, and then sometimes I cruise around the whole mountain on it, and then I still have a good time. Let's talk about riding the park on it. It is good fun in the park. It is, thanks to the poppy nature of the ski, the balance flex of the nose, and slightly stiffer tail. When you hit big jumps, landing hard, they feel stable. I'm having a lot of fun on this ski, but I do feel like I'm 177 centimeters tall and 75 kilos. 180 is maybe borderline long for me. I would kind of like the ski to be a little bit shorter for me. And when I go for a shorter one, it's 172, which feels a little bit too short for me. But I use both in the park at the moment. The 180 is for those bigger days, and I go for the 172 ones when I'm out coaching my camps, for example, because then I'm playful. I find it easier to tail butter, nose manual, and that kind of stuff. So that's the park ability. I like it quite a lot. And for park, I recommend mounting it at like +6 from recommended. So that's -1.5 or so from the true center. I do think most people would enjoy the ski mounted a little bit further forwards than recommended. So what's bad about this ski? As kind of mentioned a few times, I do think that this ski would be freaking perfect if they fatten up the noses and tails a little bit to give it a wee bit tighter radius, but keep the exact flex pattern of the ski. It's lovely. Just so it would turn slightly faster on slopes in the 180 centimeter model. Durability, these ones I rode for 2 years ago, and I rode them for the whole season. I had a great time, and got some top sheet broken bits like this. It's normal. 1, 2, 3, 4 little cracks on this side, and this side is 1, 2, 3, 4 little cracks in the edge, which is normal on any ski. So for me, the durability is good. Happy with it. And that is surprising for its lightweight. This ski was designed with Chris and Chetler. I'm mostly freeride kind of guy, and it's just been adopted by a lot of freestyle skiers because it works so good for it. So this is designed more for freeriding. The factory recommendation is so far from the center that if you mount it there, it really doesn't feel like a freestyle ski at all. You want to mount it quite a lot further forwards, and that's confusing. It's been really a trial and error for me, and now I think I would mount it for park like I'm doing right now, +6 or -1.5 from center. I'm happy for park all the time, and then for like more all mountain, maybe I go for +4 or +5 from recommended, and then it becomes a bit more of an all mountain ski. So even if you get this for an all mountain ski, I would still put it maybe 2 centimeters further forwards than the recommendation, just to make it a little bit more playful. So who might enjoy this ski? If you ski like I do, I'm certain you're gonna like it. And I ski a lot of freestyle on it, but I also truly value to have a good time to the park from it, because I'm gonna be playing all over the mountain, maybe ski some bumps through the trees, ride a little bit of powder. But my focus is to have fun, play, but jump off stuff. You're gonna like it. And you can also mount it further back, and you can use it more like a traditional, like all mountain freeride kind of ski that skis like 99% forwards and then occasionally reverts to switch. And I think you'll also have a nice time. Yeah, if this sounds like a ski that you would enjoy, there's some affiliate links in the description, and if you get a pair of skis over that link, you can get other skis too. You would truly help us a lot to make more reviews and tutorials so we can help millions of skiers out there. Have a good one and see you in the next one. Ciao.